What's up, techies? It's the Tech Master here, and what's the problem we're going to solve today? So I'm going to show you how to solve optimizing your WordPress site. I had a site, it's called Scoop Hash. I'm actually the manager for the site, and it was a complete F-bomb on the scores for GTMetrix. I'll show you right here. Got 44% on the F, 8-second load time, 10-second size, over 200 requests. You can hear my cat in the background. Shh. So this is what we're gonna fix. We're gonna fix the parsing of JavaScript, loading with browser caching, served images, redirects, and optimizing images, and a few other things. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that.
Okay, now that I actually have the mic enabled. So, this is not a worst case scenario, obviously, but this is a temporary site I've been working on for a client, and we still have D status. Still not good. 3.1 seconds isn't too bad of a load time with a 6.2 second page size and 70 requests. I'd still say that this is still a little bit higher than I'd want. It's still less than the average, but we still need to optimize images and do a few other things. So let's see what we can do to speed up this page just like we did the last one. I'm going to do the same stuff that I did to Scoop Hash, and yeah. So we're in the dashboard here. And my suggestion initially is to actually install GTMetrix as the plugin. And I'm going to show you how to do that, including adding the API for that so that you can use credits and do this from your site without having to go to GTMetrix.
Okay, so let's go ahead and install GTMetrix. Go ahead and install it. We already know our score, so let's go get a baseline. Sweet, it is activated. Alright, and then to log in, we do need to go back to GTMetrix. Go ahead and grab the main page. So all you gotta do is actually log in. See, I have multiple sites here. And then you go down to your API credits. And your API key is right here. So let's just go ahead and copy that. I need my email for this. This is an older email that I used to use, but it's still my login. Okay, so now we're activated. Let's go ahead and do a baseline. So tests, run your front page. So once you got the API credits attached, you should be able to run this. I currently have 20 credits, so I think they give you like 20 per day. Once this is done, it'll reload the page and then show you that we got D again. So let's just say this is F, D. D is still bad, so let's get this to an A. First steps after installing GTMetrix would be to get WP Fast Cache. So this is another plugin that I highly recommend. I've gone through probably at least 4 different cache plugins, and I really don't like any of them because they don't do everything that I want. And then I found Fastest. Let's see if it comes up from that. There it is. Found WP Fastest Cache. And it has so many features that even the free version is so worth it. Way better than Optimize Clean, way better than Smush. Well, we're actually going to install a image optimizer to help with this. That's kind of like Smush, but it focuses on just images. That's called Short Pixel. If you guys want to download that right now, we'll go ahead and do that in a second. This will activate. Okay, that took a little bit longer than expected, but that's fine. So next step, let's go ahead and get Short Pixel, because that is going to help. Go ahead and install and activate. Oh, it doesn't like that. So now we have short pixel enabled. And we also have WP Fastest Cache. So, you know what? Let's get the last plugin. There's one more plugin. It's called Lazy Load Optimize Images. So we're only really getting this to enable the free version of Lazy Load. So if you don't want to buy the premium version of WP Fastest Cache, you're going to need this. And just so you know, one license of WP Fastest Cache is $49, which is honestly not a bad price for the amount of features it gets. Okay. That's not currently in there. I'm not searching. Whoops. Let's try that again. Is that it? That's why? WordPress Lazy Load Optimize Images. This is it right here. We don't want GTMetrix. We want that. Alrighty, look at this. Install. I think it's funny how Smush is next to it, but what you gonna do? Go ahead and activate this as well. Alright, now time to start optimizing. First, we're gonna go turn on stuff from WP Fastest Cache. Click on enable, pretty much enable all of this. It's really gonna help you. So we are gonna reset all the preload cache. Okay. Update post, minimize the HTML, minify the CSS, combine the CSS, can't do a footer, so let's just do a header. Might as well gzip all of your files. Browser caching, we don't need to disable emojis because the site doesn't have it. And as you can tell, Lazy Load is a premium feature, so we can't enable that just yet. Let's just clear all cache. Close this. Go ahead and click submit. It'll take a couple seconds to enable these settings. I suggest going and deleting your cache and minimized JS and CS files. As I said earlier, it's $50. We don't need to really do anything with this. If you're using a Cloudflare CDN, you are going to need to enable your CDN via Photon or Cloudflare or some other CDN provider. And we can't clean up the database. So that's really all we need to do for WP Fastest Cache. Now, let's see here. Short pixel should be underneath settings. Now, you might need to pay for short pixel to optimize more than the default settings. And you do have to get an API key. Alright. The API key actually automatically applied. So that's my API key. I suggest using Lossly just because it's the default. You can do what you need to. And then all the default settings are typically good. So what you want to do is go to save. And now that I've broken up my cat fight. Hey, look at that. Alright, let's do the Web Pro versions for free, might as well. Let's click Start Optimizing. Now, unfortunately, this is going to do all 600. They're not 600, only 100 in the basic plan. So if you want to do more than that, you're going to have to upgrade your plan. It's like $5 per 5,000, I think, credits. And it's like $10 a month for a monthly plan. So we can leave this going while it loads. While it does that, let's go ahead and go to Settings, Lazy Load. Let's go Lazy Load everything. We don't have any YouTube stuff, but it'll do it anyway. Save changes. Settings changed. All right, that's nearly it for doing stuff in the WordPress portal. Let's go ahead and retest our front page and see what kind of results we've been able to achieve by just doing this. And it is optimizing the images still, so it's not going to take that into account, but to be honest, most of the minimizing and other settings that we just did should fix a lot of the issues that the site has. Alright, look at that. We're already up to a C on both our Y-slow and our page speed. 55 requests, I think that's down like 20. And we're fully loaded in less than 3 seconds, which is good. I would like to see this page size go down, but when we have optimized images, it'll actually do that for us. And this should be optimizing all the most recent images, which is good. Alright, the next step while this is optimizing, now that we have that, we needed to go edit the htaccess file. So to do this, you're going to have access to your backend. For me, that's going to be Bluehost. Alright, so when you're in your portal, for this it's cPanel. Let's click on File Manager. Let's go to Roofing Colorado. Okay, so once you're in your root directory for your WordPress site, go ahead and download a backup of your htaccess file. And what we're going to do is actually open it in your default editor. This could be Atom, or this could also be like Notepad++, I think. Let's see here. So these are all the stuff that it added to the WordPress file. Let me bring that to view. As you can see, this is the code that the htaccess file is currently reading. We're going to add a few things to here to optimize the Apache server. So to modify the htaccess file once you have it downloaded, there's this website that I'm using, Techmuro. I don't even know this is the one I use to optimize on my other site, but it has, I think, the same code sets to optimize and speed up your site. And this is specifically for WordPress. So we're going to do all of the above, start compressing, enable keep alive, leverage browser caching. This is the most important in my opinion. Disable image hot linking, and a couple other things. Let's go ahead and add some code at the bottom. This will be our added speed up code. And then let's go ahead and grab this page. All right, gonna enable gzip compression. If that's not already enabled, enabling deflation. We don't need to do compression of the Nginx server because we're using Apache. If you're using Nginx, I don't even know how to say that, then you're going to have to use that code instead, obviously. And then we need to add expiration headers for images. Some cache controllers. Disable hot linking. Enable some page speed. And then the goal after this is to make sure that, oh wait, we're not using Lightspeed cache, so we're not actually going to add that. And then lastly, for security reasons, you want to hide your signature for the server, because if you don't, that could add with bad stuff. So let's go ahead and save as. We're going to save to the desktop as htaccess. And what I like to do actually is back up the htaccess file by changing its name to something like back-htaccess. And then we're going to upload the new file. Go ahead and return. And then granted this doesn't break the site, because some things you can do to the htaccess file will break it. That's why we have the backup file, just in case. We're going to go ahead and see where the images are at. About 9%. Has still about an hour left. I'm not going to wait for that, but let's see what kind of improvements we got from htaccess. It's reloading. Wow! What an improvement. Wow, let's just pull up the page, make sure it loads and isn't broken first off. Wow, things are working just fine. And look at that. 53 requests. We are under a megabyte in total page size. Depending on your site, you could get this results too. But if it's a very large site, you might want to aim around under 3, preferably 2 megabytes. And we're loading in less than 3 seconds with a page speed of 99. Let's go ahead and look at the detailed report. Look at all the stuff we fixed. Look at all that. So yeah, that's how you speed up your site. If you guys have any questions on, whatever we did in this little tutorial, then put it down in the comments down below. I appreciate, you watching this, and if you liked it and you found this pretty useful, I'd appreciate a like on the video too. So thank you. This is TechMaster signing off.